Hi, and welcome to Foundation Armor. Today, we're going to answer the question, what causes an acrylic sealer to turn white and how to repair a delaminated acrylic. So let's get into it. So when an acrylic sealer turns white, it's a sign that the sealer has delaminated or lost its bond with the surface. Now, there are a few very specific scenarios that can cause an acrylic to turn white. The first and most common reason acrylic sealers turn white is when the acrylic sealer is introduced to water or moisture during the curing process. To avoid acrylic sealers from turning white, it's important to apply the sealer to a completely dry surface and let the surface dry for at least 24 hours after applying. So, a second reason an acrylic sealer turns white is when the sealer was applied in the early morning or middle of the day when air and surface temperatures are above the suggested application temperature range. If the curing agent evaporates before the sealer can fully cure, well, the sealer will delaminate. Now, to avoid acrylic sealers from turning white from premature evaporation, apply the acrylic sealer in the late afternoon or early evening when the air and surface temperatures are declining and when the surface is no longer in direct sunlight. It's also important to follow the temperature guidelines provided with the sealer. On to the third reason. A third reason an acrylic sealer turns white is when the acrylic sealer was applied over an incompatible product. The best way to avoid acrylic sealers from turning white due to a compatibility issue is to ensure the acrylic sealer is applied to an unsealed surface or is compatible with the sealer that is currently down. Okay, so a fourth reason an acrylic sealer turns white is when the surface itself or a surface contaminant prevented the sealer from being able to properly penetrate and bond. Now, the best way to avoid acrylic sealers turning white from an inability to penetrate is to make sure the surface is properly cleaned and prepped before application. Okay, so if a solvent-based acrylic sealer has turned white from moisture or premature evaporation, simply wait 24 hours and roll over the white area with xylene to re-emulsify the sealer and allow it to properly cure. Now, if a solvent-based acrylic sealer has turned white due to an incompatibility or penetration issue, well, the sealer will have to be removed and reapplied to a properly prepped surface. If a water-based acrylic sealer has turned white for any reason, it will have to be removed and reapplied to a properly prepped surface. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget to visit www.foundationarmor.com for more great videos and to purchase professional-grade concrete sealers and coatings. Until next time.